I'm now honored to, Mr. Mayor, to bring on somebody I really admire and respect. I actually call him my brother from another mother oftentimes, a man who grew up in, not just in Walmart, but I believe he was a box boy or something. I think he was like literally putting boxes on shelves. He'll have to tell me that, whether it's accurate. But you would know him as the chief executive officer of the #1 Fortune 500 company in America. And to give that some context for the audience, we're the largest economy in the world, America, 28, 29 trillion, at least for the moment. We're the sole superpower in the world for the moment. We got to try to make sure that this party keeps going. Obviously, that's what this meeting is about. It's going to take all of God's children to do that. And that means the companies in America are arguably the biggest in the world. And the #1 Fortune 500 company, which is the biggest companies, is Walmart, #1. And the chief executive officer of Walmart is Doug McMillon, who joins us today, who's co-chair with me on financial literacy for all. Doug, thank you for being with us.
Hi, John. Hi, Mary Young. Thanks for the invitation.
Hello. Is it accurate that that you started pretty humbly, by the way, at Walmart?
Yeah, I started in a warehouse unloading trailers when I was a teenager, like a lot of us around here did. Start at the beginning.
Is it also true, and I want all the audiences to hear this, I'm pretty sure I'm accurate on this, but you're going to correct me. Is it also true you're the largest employer for African Americans by far in the United States of America?
It is true. In the U.S., we employ about 1.6 million people, and approximately 20% of those are Black or African American.
And is it true you pay them a living wage?
It is true that you can build a career at Walmart and have a great opportunity. The living wage definition depends on how many people are in your household and whether you're married or not and all that kind of stuff. But what we've been doing, John, I think, as you know, is putting together a series of steps to basically create a ladder of opportunity, raising wages for hourly associates, cash bonus, 401k. We've now got 1.1 million people participating in our 401k plan, which has got a company match, 475,000 people participating in our stock purchase plan. 81% of those are hourly. So paying now for college education, we pay for tuition and certificates so people can get the skills they need. Basically, just like the opportunity I was given, get in the company, get started, work hard, do a good job, and you can become a market manager and make $600,000 a year, or a store manager and make $500,000.
Whoa, back up, slow that down. That went too fast. Wait, slow that down. One more time, so folks in the back of the room can hear it. Did you just say that a manager can make over $500,000 a year?
I did. Our Walmart U.S. store managers now have that opportunity to earn a living, and half of them last year, John, made $100,000 as a cash bonus on top of that. You can be a truck driver in your first year, make $100,000 at Walmart.
I saw somewhere, and I don't know this is accurate. You have to correct me, Doug. We didn't talk about this. I saw somewhere, Mr. Mayor, that it is possible that you could run, I don't know if it was a mega store or a region, and in the next few years, you might make as much as $1 million a year. Did I read that wrong?
Yeah, it depends on which location you're in and what your cash bonus is. But yeah, there's a structure that enables you to do really well at store manager level.
So it's over $500,000 a year for sure, and bonuses, and you're paying for the education, the college education for some of your associates?
We are. We pay for tuition, books, and everything. And we've already got tens of thousands of people that have graduated through what we call Live Better You. So again, trying to put it all together, and what you did for me, John, is, we had financial literacy education in the company, but when I started spending time with you, I started understanding that it didn't matter how much you made, you could still mess it up. You could still fail to succeed for your family if you didn't understand how money worked. So we went back and doubled down on financial literacy, and that's where Financial Literacy for All came from. You and I were talking about how pretty much every company has some sort of educational program for financial literacy, but maybe the CEOs weren't as focused on that as they could be, and maybe they could make the program a little bit better. And by doing that, they could help people succeed. And I had the benefit of having a dad and a granddad that taught me about the value of compounding interest and the importance of saving money, no matter how much money I made as a young person. If I could put a little bit aside, the time value of money would help make that into something meaningful. And so that's what we've been trying to say to everybody, whether you've started as a cashier or you started as a truck driver or now you're a store manager and you make a lot of money. Here's how you should think about managing your money so you've got a bright retirement and a better life.
And when you look at Walmart, and I want to double down on the financial literacy piece, because you actually created a program that over 1 million of your associates have now engaged in, that actually does not involve Operation Hope. It was just you did it on your own initiative. Why'd you do that? Why wasn't you are giving them 401k match? By the way, if you don't know what that is, it's essentially the company willing to match you dollar for dollar for savings for the future, investment in your future. So you put up $1 in an account and they'll match you $1 or whatever it is. And it's a beautiful program. And that's what he was talking about. So I do want to know, why'd you go sort of double down and figure out you decide you want to do more there? But the one of the reasons I was excited about having you as my co-chair of Financial Literacy for All, beyond the fact that you're willing to open doors and put your reputation on the line to be a voice for others, which you've done by opening doors for these other CEOs. I think we have now 75 CEOs involved with Financial Literacy for All at the Fortune 500 level. And by the way, all the sports teams, all the sports franchises are now involved. Isn't it true that really represent all of America? Like if you're looking for Latino America, there's a big group. You're looking for Native Americans, there's a group. You're looking for rural poverty or rural communities that are underserved, that's a huge group. Poor whites, struggling blacks, middle class. I mean, you guys have even gone upscale in some of your products, try to capture some of Mayor Young's population. But isn't it true that you guys sort of represent demographically as a pulse check everybody?
We do. We look like America, and that's awesome. We love that. This morning we had a couple of hundred of our associates together from around the country that are celebrating 25, 30, some of them 40 and 45 year service awards with the company. And John, they're as diverse as they could be. Like that's what our company looks like. It looks like our country. And so back to your question, just real quick, they're using digital tools at work all the time. So what we did with our app that our store associates use is we inserted financial literacy into it, because learning about money can be intimidating and it can be an uncomfortable conversation. But by making it easy for people to access, we've already had 430,000 Walmart associates access their credit score and give us some feedback on what they're doing to improve it. And I know that's foundational and where it starts. Hey, can I ask you, why is financial literacy what you have dedicated your life to? Like, why is that your calling?
I think it's a civil rights issue of this generation. I think it's as important as the right to vote. I think it's as important. I think a 700 credit score is as important as a 4-year education in this current world we're living in. And I think, if you look at just the stats for Black American, people might say, why is he focusing on Black America? Well, that's what Dr. King initially, he was Black, obviously. I'm Black, so it's common sense. But it's also the group at the lowest level of everything. The lowest level of poverty, the lowest level of access to opportunity, the lowest levels of credit. So you start there. It also has the lowest credit score as a group, below 620 of all Black people, which means that half of us, Doug, wake up in the morning locked out of the free enterprise system. Doesn't matter whether we go to church and we pray to God and we're a good person and we pay our taxes and we're decent and we're loving. If your credit score is not at a point where you can access credit, either you're stuck with alternative credit vehicles. I don't want to go into that, but very costly. Or you're locked out completely. You can't get a good loan at 620 for an auto loan. You can't get a decent mortgage at 620. You can't get a small business loan. I don't care how brilliant the idea is, below 700, because it's a risky credit. So getting everybody's credit score up to 700, which is financial literacy, I thought was freedom. And a CEO once told me that he thought that economic and financial freedom was the only true freedom, because it's the only one no one can take away from you. And I found that to be true. And so I think it's, once you have it, no one takes it away from you unless you give it up. But financial literacy just makes you smarter, wiser, brighter, allows you to operate with dignity in the world. As Dr. King said, I am a man. It allows you to walk with your shoulders back and your head up with dignity. The color's green, as you well know, not black or white or red or blue. The color's green. And if we can get the credit score up, we get the financial literacy up, you're able to take your place in the society. And Doug, I just want to again to thank you for your leadership on financial literacy for all. You didn't have to do it. You made the first 3 calls to CEOs along with me 4 or 5 years ago, I think it was, and now it's got momentum. And I appreciate you. Hopefully, we can get legislation in this country. I know you got to go, Doug. Is there anything else that you want to ask me or the mayor or say to the audience about why you think this moment's important, why you thought it was important to be here as a caring American? And it's also true, I wanted to just make for the audience that you guys have not backed off at all supporting small businesses with contracts and opportunities. That I'm saying that, but I want to make sure that's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I acknowledge that we were in the news in December for making adjustments to some of our programs. I've met with some of the people that are participating today and explained what's happened here. But the bottom line is we're still an opportunity company for everybody, and we're working hard to make that happen. The reason I care about this is because I believe that our country will only thrive if families feel like that the future for their children can be better than the future they've had, and not enough people believe that today. And part of the reason they don't believe that is because they don't understand how money works and they don't feel like there is true opportunity. So awareness related to financial literacy is foundational in my mind. Successful families make successful communities make a successful country. I'm holding these green socks, John, as you know, because we've got on April 30th Green Sock Day, where Operation Hope and Walmart and hopefully a bunch of other people are going to try to raise awareness for financial literacy. I'm going to go spend time in a local school here talking about how money works. I know you're going to be out there too. Yep. These are $4.97 on Walmart.com if anybody needs a pair of green socks.
That is the quintessential retailer there. My man's always selling something. I love it. By the way, yes, April 30th, Green Socks Day. Again, I mean, I love the colors green, whether it's the environment or economics. It's something we all can get with. And Doug and my hope is, whether you're black or you're white, whether you're rich or you're poor, whether you're Republican or you're Democrat, whether you're rural or you're urban, you can put some green socks on April 30th and do something for financial literacy. Take a photo, upload it with a tag, Green Socks Day. And by the way, NASDAQ's going to feature the top post on their big board and invite the top 10 submissions to ring the bell at the NASDAQ on their closing bell in May. Thank you so much, Doug, for your leadership. I will tell the audience that when I need to ask a very important question, I need to understand something holistically, I'll text Doug, and he'll hit me back at 9 o'clock at night on a Friday and call and say, let's talk about this. So this is the real person behind the title. He's a good man, and I thank you for leaning in on financial literacy for all in this business plan for America, Doug.
Thank you, John. You're a good man.
Peace and light.
Thank you.